people of Caloocan should be proud of their city. It had at one time or another romantic links with history. Foremost among these episodes were the events that took place in 1896, when organized armed resistance rose against the tyranny of Spanish masters in the Philippines. This caught the attention of the Filipino people and the world as well. The name Caloocan has always been prominently written in the pages of our history. Writers, poets, and even balladers always mention the cry of Balintawak. The names of Andres Bonifacio, Andang Sora, Antonio Luna, Torres Bugalon, and Cecilia Apostol.
Caloocan is divided into two areas. Southern Caloocan City lies directly north of the city Manila and is bounded by Malabon City and Valenzuela City to the north, Navotas to the west, and Quezon City to the east. Northern Caloocan City is the northernmost territory of Metro Manila and lies to the east of Valenzuela City, north of Quezon City, and south of San Jose del Monte City in the province of Bulacan. The city is politically subdivided into 188 barangays.
Bilang altar server dito sa San Roque, marami ng issue yung dumaan, marami ng kwento, marami nangyari, history, as in talagang marami kasi lalo sa paglipas ng panahon. Sabi nga ng lolo ko ano daw, hindi daw akalain na ganyang kalaki ika ng San Roque kasi daw, umpisa na daw isang parang maliit na kapilya, tapos hanggang sa paglao ng panahon, lumalaki na lumalaki. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, sabi sa akin ng ibang mga kaibigan na sa ibang simbahan, na ang San Roque daw yung patron ng diocese ng Caloocan. Kumbaga ito yung parang host sa lahat ng mga simbahan. Kumbaga ito yung pinakamalaki. Na hindi ko na maakalain na ganun. Kasi kung titignan mo yung parang may mas magaganda pang simbahan, may mas malaki pang simbahan mo dito. Pero hindi nalala kung bakit ganun. Tapos bilang sa sa history nito, sabi nga lolo ko, di ba? Hindi nga ito dati, parang maliit na kapilya lang ito, na lumalaki lang. Siguro sa pagtutulungan ng tao na mabuo yung simbahan, na pagnanais ng mabuo yung simbahan. Iba't ibang pari rin yung mga nandun na nagmimisa, hindi lang isang kongregasyon, kundi marami rin. Hindi ko na rin kasi masabi kung ilan yung mga paring dumaan dito Hindi ko rin alam kung kailan nga nag-umpisa ito dahil hindi na rin nakwento sa akin ng lolo ko kung kailan talaga. Kumbaga, sinabi niya lang sa akin na parang sementeryo yung araw yan, bago nito yung kapilya. Hindi siya, as in talaga hindi mo papansin, hindi mo iisipin na ganun kalaki, ganun magkakaroon ng simbahan sa lugar na yun. Lalo na sa tapat pa ng City Hall. Diba? Tapos sa daanan ng maraming tao. bilang isang server dito, sabi nga, may nagkaroon na ng instance na halos laging ninanakaw yung corona ng isang santo. Grabe, nakakatakot yung experience na yun. Kasi nga, biruin mo, santo, aagawan nila, nanakawan pa nila. Di ba parang mga walang pusong tao yung gumagawa ng ganun. Pero buti naman nakukuha rin naman yung corona na yun. Hindi pinapabayaan ng tao na mawala yun. Dahil kumbaga, isang malaking possession ito na simbahan. Dito nakikilala yung simbahan. Kung bakit tinatawag na San Roque. Bakit ganun? Si San Roque din pala ang patron ng sino bang nakalimutan ko santo siya eh. Basta isa siyang santo si San Roque na pinangalan din sa kanyang parish. Ito San Roque. Ngayon, bilang isang altang server, grabe nakakatawa yung experience na makapag-serve ka dito kasi iba yung feeling pag nandito ka sa San Roque. The best. Kasi talagang lahat ng mga kasama mo sa altar parang kakilala mo. Kaklose mo lahat, pati pare. Walang ilangan. Kumbaga, serve lang para kay God. Nagkakaugnay kami sa isang bidhiin na makapag-serve, ng maayos. Papaglingkuran namin yung mga tao, maibigay namin yung dapat na gusto nilang makita sa isang isa. Yung pagiging banal, ganyan. Ngayon, pinapaganda pa rin ng San Roque dahil na rin sa kagustuhan ng mga tao, para rin sa ikagiginhawa ng mga tao na hindi lang pinapaganda dahil sa sariling dahilan, pinapaganda rin ito para mas makilala, mas dumami, mas maraming mahikayat na magsimba at bumalik sa kay God. Ngayon, lalo na ngayon, Lenten season, Quaresma, kaya nga natin bumalik kay God. Parang ang pagpapaganda ng San Roque isa sa paraan para maging maayos at maging maganda at maraming bumalik para kay God. Yung history po ng Grace Pads, kung paano natumpisaan.
Sige, Our Lady Grace Parish was started in 1948 with the then Father Boyd being entrusted, Father Boyd, OMI, one of the original first 7 oblates who came into the Philippines in 1939. At that time, he was the secretary of the then Archbishop of Manila, Archbishop Michael of Huerti, the personal secretary, and also the editor-in-chief of the local diocesan paper, the Commonweal. So as part of some sort of a deal between the Archbishop and the congregation, Father Boyd would work for him as the as the personal secretary and the editor-in-chief, while simultaneously taking care of an outskirt parish. At that time, Caloocan City was a deserted place in 1948. It was after the war, after World War II. And so the place was entrusted to the Oblates because it was somewhat a deserted place, an outskirt, and there were very few people around here. So that was how it started. In the beginning, the church was just the concept hut of the Americans, the ones, the barracks, the concept hut, the usual barracks used by the Americans in remote locations. And that was converted into a church in those days with Father Boyd. So that was how the parish started. Later on, the parish grew into what it is now. Numerous parish priests have succeeded the Father Boyd, and until now, 63 years later. So Our Lady of Grace is made up of around 100,000 parishioners here. Almost all of the parishes around, with the exception, of course, of San Roque and Espiritu Santo, almost all of the parishes around here were descended from Our Lady of Grace. Later on, they were created as parishes, carved from the territory of Our Lady of Grace Parish. And an interesting trivia also, that's why Grace Park is called Grace Park. It was because of Archbishop Michael O'Doherty. This was the property of the Archbishop of Manila, of the Archdiocese of Manila. And the proper address for the Archbishop was His Grace. If the address to a bishop is Your Excellency, to the Pope is Your Holiness, the address to an Archbishop is Your Grace. Similarly, the address to a Cardinal is Your Eminence. Archbishop O'Doherty preferred to be addressed as Your Grace or His Grace. And the place that he owned, of course, the property was under the title of the Archdiocese of Manila. The place was called His Grace's Park. So that is how the name Grace Park came to be, because of the title of Archbishop Michael O'Doherty, the American Archbishop of Manila at that time.